Oh, hello there, dear goddess sister, and welcome to the first Divine Feminine Goddess Rising Empowerment reading of 2021. New year, new opportunities, well, and a whole new world awaits us. A whole new earth that we ourselves are here to create together. Boy, that's really on a fire. So that's what we're going to do this year there, dear goddess, is light this world on fire in a good way. It's time for change. And you, me, and so many of us are contributing to this change. What you've got to ask yourself is, what am I creating for this new earth? What is my vision? What do I desire to experience both for myself, but also what sort of legacy, what sort of footprint do I want to leave for future generations? Welcome, dear goddess. My name is Rochelle Richard, and I am the founder, CEO, and self-love empowerment coach here at Empowerment Experiences. And I guide you into and through finding your power in every moment, in particular along our twin flame journey, which is, I assure you, 1,000 gazillion infinite percent, is a self-love empowerment journey. I mean, for me, I literally had that moment when I learned that I was a twin flame, that Harvey was my twin flame, all these signs bombarding me, and I'm like, no, I don't even believe in that. Well, hello, shit hitting the fan. I mean, it already had between him and I. It had already been looking at these lower vibrational states of being, these very dense beliefs that he and I have as a result of this old world, that which is collapsing, which is falling away. And I know it feels so scary, dear goddess, but this is why I'm here, is to show you where you can find your power so you do not feel powerless in what is happening here. Because nothing is going to go back to the way it was. We don't want it to. Humanity deserves so much better than what it's been, right? So much better. This card came out last, so let's start with the cards that came out. The first three popped out, you saw. So let's begin with those. Friendship, dear goddess. You know, as you get clear on who you are, what you will or will not, well, tolerate or allow in your experience, as you learn to be your own friend more and more and more, and you raise your own vibration, you in turn set your point of attraction to bring into your experience your soul tribe. Those true friends who, come hell or high water, they got your back. They got your back. No fair weather friends here. That's what soul family is all about. I know for myself, I am definitely the psychedelic sheep of my family, and I am making a conscious choice to stay away. For one, when you have a mother that enjoys being a victim and even takes that victimization out on the grandchildren, I won't contribute to that experience. That's what I will not allow in my experience moving forward. For myself, I have done so much work. I have become my friend, my own friend, more and more and more in my self-love empowerment journey. And as a result, have attracted into my experience so many amazing souls who, again, it doesn't matter where I am in my journey. I know that I can reach out to them no matter how crazy it may sound, and I'm not going to be judged. I'm going to be supported. I'm not going to be criticized or condemned. I'm going to be lifted up and said, it's all good. We're here to learn, and I got your back. And especially those of us on our twin flame journeys, woo, I bet you can probably agree that there's so many gurus out there, so many experts who have all the answers, don't they? Yet, when those answers contradict and conflict each other, you're kind of left feeling, well, powerless. Oh, I don't know what to believe. I don't know what's right. I don't know what my journey is. Well, guess what, dear sister goddess? Only you can know what your journey is. Nobody else is going to know. Nobody else is going to have those answers. And it is imperative that you really truly learn to be your own friend. Lean on your own knowing. Because only you know. Only you know, yes, this is my twin. Only you know, yes, that is my journey. Only you know, yes, that is the right choice for me. Nobody else. And in the end, here's the reality of it. Who is the person that has to experience whatever result or outcome of any decision that you make? You. You're the one. And we often will go very negative and say, suffer the consequences. No, rewrite that shit. Let that go. This new earth energy, we're in that space of knowing that we are here to learn, grow, expand, and ascend. And that everything does happen for a reason. And that very foundational reason is that this is teaching me something so that I can grow stronger and wiser and better. And have an impact in this world as I came here to have. Be your own friend first, dear goddess, because that will mirror itself out into the world. And then others will emulate you. Remember, we lead by example, which is why it's so important to be aware. Be aware of the thoughts running through your mind. Be aware of the actions that you're taking. Be aware of the habits that you have that are most likely sabotaging you along the journey to that which you desire. The only one who ever stands in the way of what each and every one of us want is ourselves. Even recently with my twin, which we've been at a stalemate. Gratefully, neither one of us are blocked, which is huge because we were working. Oh, there was a hurdle. Okay. And we worked through it. And then, there was a hurdle and we worked through it. And then boom, son of a bitch, there was a brick wall. And, we hit that one again. And then that's what this is about these patterns, dear goddess, is becoming aware, which is to become conscious. That's what you're here for. You're here to wake up and be intentional about your experience, to pay attention. And I'm here to tell you right now that simply becoming aware of something, being able to see a pattern, recognize that habitual sabotage that you commit against yourself, right? You have already taken back such a massive chunk of your power, I promise you. Because you cannot change that which you are unaware. You cannot. And that, whatever it is, continues to have power over you because it's operating under the radar. Well, when you become aware, boom, it's like, I see you, bitch. No, see, no, see, that's no longer going to work for me, especially with this new year, this new you, truly, it's, and that new you is removing all the layers of crap that are not you, becoming your true you as we anchor in and lift up into creation, this new earth. So be aware. Pay attention to the experience that you are creating for yourself. because it impacts the collective, just as how you being your best friend versus you being your own worst enemy impacts the collective. It infects every relationship that we have. If we're not able to be our own best friend, then how can we truly expect to be best friends to someone else, or for even them to be best friends for us? And see, this is a lot of, well, so often, most often, it seems, is what we do is that which we want the most. And look at this in your life. Become aware of this. Is this a pattern in your life, goddesses? Are you in that space where when you hit a hurdle, that kind of takes a notch out of it, right? And then you're like, okay, you get back up and you take a few more steps forward and boom, you hit another hurdle and you get a little bit more discouraged. And then it happens again and you get even more discouraged. And before you know it, you're like, oh, screw it. And then you sabotage the very thing you want, meaning the project that you're creating something, right? Especially as a creative, a lot of us creatives, us artists and such, we are so overly critical of our creations, right? And so what we often do is we look at something and we go, oh my God, this is not working. And instead of trusting the process, we get partway through it and go, well, screw this. This is never going to work. And you literally throw it away. You just throw it away. Or just as my twin has definitely mirrored in myself, how I sabotage some of my own dreams, whether it's even just by talking in a contradictory way towards what I want, is he and I went through this experience over these last 4 weeks since he'd been back. It'll be 5 weeks, actually. It's 5 weeks this weekend, our first weekend of the new year. And like I said, we haven't spoken a word for over a week now, since he fell into his valley of powerlessness, because it was, let's get your visitor visa and come. Oh, they're not processing visas right now. Okay, well, what about this? Oh, that's not gonna work now. And then, he asked me to come to Goa this month, January, and we would road trip across India. And because I have a visa, I can go to India tomorrow. I could, yet I can't. Not now. Because of what is going on in the world, they have suspended Indian visas. I could fly there, but they would not let me into the country. So when that was like the final thing of him being able to see me and be with me and be in my energy, he went straight into sabotage and attacked me, in essence, and to push me away, to repel me. Now, understand, in my own awareness of being my own best friend more and more and more and more in my life, because it is a relationship that you must be constantly nurturing, tending to, cultivating. It's no different than any other relationship. In fact, this is the most important relationship you will ever have in your life, is the one you have with yourself. So in my own awareness, when I saw that venom come from him, I went, but I was energetically talking about how, see, and now you're just being a little punk and da-da-da-da. And I was not being very nice about things. And I was finger pointing about things. And he wasn't doing what I wanted him to do and all this crap. So I was spewing energetic venom at him, even though I wasn't sending it actually to him in the physical world. I sure was sending him shit in the energetic. And boy, he threw that right back at me. And I saw it. And I actually ended up laughing about it. I actually found it comical, going, oh my God, this is the pattern. And when you can actually begin to see those things, you're like, oh shit, that's about right. Yeah. I can see my role in that. So what am I going to do differently this time so that I get different? So that this adventure of this experience here is one that we can enjoy, one that we choose to enjoy, because we begin to recognize that, number one, it's not personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. Not to you. When someone attacks you, They're projecting their own pain, their own wounding onto you. Now, my twin flame love came back when we got out of our separation phase again. Came back, and it was, he serenaded me, and it was I've learned my lesson. I was such a fool. And here I have this woman who thinks of me in all ways. And he's like, I don't understand our connection. I don't know what it is. But why would I go anywhere else when I have this? I'm like, yeah. And then there we went 4 weeks later, completely opposite side of the spectrum. But that is this journey. That is this self-love empowerment journey. Hills and valleys, hills and valleys. And my love hit a fucking valley. I hit them. But in that valley, that's where we've got to look for and find our power. And then we rise back out of that valley and we're on the mountain and we have a whole new perspective of our experience and we're ready. And then boom, here comes another lesson, another valley, another adventure for you to look for and find your power. When you can begin to rewrite the story on your experience here and stop viewing it as a victim and that life is happening to you and things never work out for me. And of course, I don't get what I want, because I'm telling y'all, that is one of my greatest shadow aspects in myself that I am still working through those layers, is that Rochelle doesn't get what she wants. Rochelle doesn't get what she wants. Yet, everywhere around me, I have things that blatantly smack me in the face of, yeah, you do get what you want. Stop. Quit trying to correlate what's not yet here with with the fact that you don't get what you want, but you have all of this over here that actually shows that you do get what you want. And see, this is where again, another way that we find our power is, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the things that have yet to manifest into your physical experience, such as full-on reunion with your twin flame, or being able to travel the world? And oh, I don't get what I want. Or are you going to say, oh, I have all these blessings, all this abundance, and wow, I manifested that trip to meet my twin flame love in person, in Goa, got there and back, the entire thing from concept to completion in less than 90 days. Literally, we decided October 30th, I booked my flight. January 15th, local time in Mumbai or Goa, India, I arrived. I was back home in Phoenix, Arizona by January 22nd, local time. Yeah, I do get what I want. But you see, we've got to get out of our own way. And this is what awareness is about, being aware that you are not being your own best friend and allowing yourself to receive what you desire. This is what union is. This is what coming into union with yourself is. It's, again, coming back home to you, learning to love you. Because if you cannot both give and receive love to and from yourself, if you're not practicing that, then how can you actually expect to truly, genuinely, and authentically give and receive love to and from your twin? If you are not actually being that version of yourself now and anchoring into that union energy now and being your own bestest friend now, then you're not in alignment. You will not. Oh, there went the Palo. See, Palo Santo popped off, jumped off my candle there. It's like, dude, you tell him, Rochelle, you tell him. You will not be able to receive what you desire because you're not allowing it. Begin to look at this experience as a learning adventure. Even my mind's trying to say, oh, this whole thing is just work. There's shadow work. There's soul work. There's mission work. And it's like, oh, would you stop? Just stop. Because that don't feel good. That's not fun. Let's play. Let's have some fun. Let's just play. All right. So it is an adventure. And just as I've mentioned already in this reading, is that it is a journey. hills and valleys, cycles, just like the moon, just like the seasons, just like this entire planetary experience. Of course, the planet's going to go through climate changes, because that's what it does naturally. Just saying. I mean, it's absurd to think that everything stays the same always and forever. Because in this experience, you bet your ass, no, it doesn't. Everything in this life is temporary. Everything in this physical experience is temporary. This is why the importance of presence, the importance of really focusing on what you desire to be experiencing, because that's what you're going to create. Because before you know it, you're going to wake up one day and it's going to be your last day here. And you will have to look back over your life and say, did I truly live my life? Or as what's being forced upon humanity, did I cower in fear from that which is the illusion of death? Because you cannot get this time back. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's gone. Those who choose to fear death never truly live. I'm going to say that again. Those who choose to fear death never truly live. Woo! Well, there we go on that one. And that's exactly it. Dear Goddess, no fear. Fear is an absence of love. There is no opposite to love, not hate, nothing. Love is. There is no opposite to it. It is. Fear is an absence of it. So you cannot be both in fear and in operating from love at the same time. So for the narrative that wants to say that, oh, my mask protects all of those over there, and I'm doing it because I love them. No, you're doing it because you are afraid that they are going to catch something that they might die from. But guess what? Everybody dies from that which is life. Nobody makes it out of here alive, you could say. And so as a result, we are denying the entire collective of life because of the fear of death. Everybody's going to die. The question is, are you going to live while you have the chance? Or are you going to choose fear? Choose love or choose fear? And when you operate from love, when you operate from that place which source is love, all that this universe is love. But we've got to be the ones to get out of our own way, to become aware, to become our own best friend, to become aware that we are the ones standing in each our own way from actually truly embodying and experiencing this love that we so often and desperately look for in someone else. You have to be that vibration to attract it. Which means you have to also trust everything is working out for you. You have to trust the unfolding, the divine timing of all that is this experience. Because believe me, when my twin, flipped out, I'm not going to deny I had my own meltdown when I found out that I literally cannot, and I waited a long time for him to ask me to come to him. And I'd never even said anything about a road trip, even though I had the vision summer of 2019, so over a year and a half ago, but I never said anything to him about it. And then here all of a sudden he is, and that's what your twin flame they will mirror in you. You will have been thinking something and they will say it. That is our connection. So when you doubt your twin flame connection, you are in truth doubting your connection with yourself. Because again, dear Goddess, only you can know truly that this is your twin flame. So If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew for sure that everything works out in your favor, that you do get your proverbial happy ending, what does that look like for you, dear goddess? What does that look like? Because that vision is the very vision that you want to get clear on and connect with every single day. Visualize, bask in it every day so that you are setting your point of attraction for that, so that you are vibrating at that frequency and emitting that vibration out into the world around you, so that all these magic and miraculous things that you wouldn't even think just all of a sudden begin to flow into your experience. Beautiful blessings and surprises that really, truly help you to see what an adventure this journey really is. Seriously, dear goddess, that's clearly the theme here, is again to allow yourself to be your own best friend, to support yourself in what you desire to be experiencing, to allow yourself to get clear on what that looks like. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? And I'm here to let you know that you are supported. I'm not even going to say something. You're as supported to the infinite percent. To infinity, you are supported by the universe. And nothing truly worth having comes that easy, because then you wouldn't appreciate it, right? If your twin came back today, look around your experience, look at yourself. Are you really ready for him? Are you really ready for that life? Dear goddess, you've got to get ready to be ready to be ready to be ready. And that means you've again got to become aware of your habits and patterns and sabotages, so that you are truly being your own best friend. That way, when that reunion happens, all that shit that kept you sabotaging you doesn't get brought into your connection to where you're sabotaging that. That's why awareness. And recognize again that everything has its place, its purpose, and it's all temporary. Okay? Dear goddess, I literally, that's it. That's what I have. This is your reading for Super Signs Sunday. Now that I've settled on what I want to call it, Super Signs Sunday. These are your super signs. And what I'm actually going to do, and I'm going to put this information down in the description of this video, because I don't want to keep this, we're already at 28 minutes, is I'm going to add in here for us a little bit more amplification. This one here is angel numbers. So let's see what we have. Angel number 22. And then these here are animal messengers. So I will, as I said, give you those details in the description below. I do utilize all these tools in my intuitive clarity sessions, which are goddess empowerment sessions. You better believe it. We sit here, we look for, and we find your power. Are you feeling powerless in your journey right now, dear goddess? You don't need to be. Look, unicorn. That I can tell you right now, you are magical. You are magical. You are the magic. You've just got to let yourself see it. This is what, again, becoming aware of who and what you truly are, and that connection that you have with yourself, that's going to open your eyes to this connection, to this magic. My mistake, to this magic that you possess. All right. So I will put the rest of that information down in the description. To book your own intuitive clarity session, go to empowermentexperiences.com/ICS. Again, that's empowermentexperiences.com/ICS for intuitive clarity session. And like I said, check out the description below for this information, and I will see you back here for the next reading this week Twin Flame Tuesday. Let's see. We keep this theme going throughout this week, because I know last week it was all about focusing on you, but that really is this self-love empowerment journey. It is about you focusing on you, because your power can only be found within. It's always been in your hands because it has always been inside you. And that is my mission in this world, to guide you into and through finding that power so you can feel powerful in every moment along your journey in this human university education system. That said, dear goddess, go create amazing. As I've said, the power is and always has been in your hands because it's always been inside you. Namaste.